Hey guys, welcome to a new week. I wanted to make a quick video just to show you how to do the diet analysis because I know sometimes, even though it's pretty straightforward, sometimes there are a few questions specifically on how to search for certain foods within the diet analysis program. So let me start from the beginning here of how you would even find the assignment. So I'm in student view here, so it looks like what hopefully you have on your screen. If you go down, I always like, again, to start with the home page here. And if you go down to, let's see, what week are we in? We are in week 5, correct? Okay, yes. Okay, and then you'll notice in week 5, I have the diet analysis assignment here. I'm going to click on that. And there's a couple things that will pop up for the attachments. The first one is everything you need to know about this assignment, the diet analysis assignment, directions, as well as the diet analysis worksheet that you'll need to turn in. You'll notice here there's 3 main things: a 3-day food record or a food log, the diet analysis worksheet, and then the final reflection. Everything is explained in these directions here. So if you click on here, everything's there. I do have an intake log here that's on an Excel spreadsheet that I just created. It's a very simple format. Please feel free to use it. You do not have to use it. As long as I have some sort of record of what you consumed during the 3 days, then I will be fine with that. Okay, so I'm going to click on the directions here. And everything is here. So what you're going to be doing basically is you're going to be making a 3-day food record. And you can do this either on a scratch piece of paper, you can input it in your phone, you can use the log that I just showed you on the Excel spreadsheet. Any of those is fine, again, as long as I have access to something that tells me of the foods that you ate and drank for those 3 days. One thing I want to just put out there is do not change however you're eating. I want you to make sure that you're eating normally as you normally would, and then I want you to write down everything that you are eating and drinking on your log. So for example, I have here, if you're having an apple, make sure you write 1 medium apple, 12 ounces of 2% milk. I want you to be very, very specific in this because that will make all the difference in the end when it goes to analyze all your information. Okay, so once you've done your 3-day log, now you're going to go onto the McGraw-Hill's Connect site, the same exact site that we've been using from day 1 to do your quizzes, and the ebook is on there and everything, so you know how to get there. And then you'll notice on the right-hand side, there's the Nutrition Calc Plus program. You're going to enter in your profile, and then you're going to start clicking on intakes to enter in all your food and drink for the 3 days. You'll notice that there is a calendar that will pop up that you want to make sure that you're getting the correct food intake on the correct day that you inputted it. So I'm going to show you here what that looks like just so you can have a visual. Okay, so I'm going to go back to home, again, my favorite spot on here, and I'm going to go to McGraw-Hill Connect. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's going to let me go through because I'm on student view. Okay, hold on. Let me leave student view. Okay, so go to my Connect station. And this may look a tad different than what you see just because I am the professor, the instructor on here, so it looks a little different. Okay, if you go down here to Diet Analysis Tool, this should be on your home page here. Click on that, and the Nutrition Calc Plus should launch. Okay, so if you've already created an account and everything, you can just simply go to intakes and start intaking your food. Everything that you need to know is here. It's a very easy to follow program, and I do want you to use this just because it's a really great program for analyzing food intake. If you are somebody that uses something like an app on your phone, something like MyFitnessPal, that is okay, and you can use that. However, I really prefer you don't because on MyFitnessPal, it only analyzes certain nutrients. It doesn't analyze all the micronutrients. And I really want you to use this program for this particular assignment. So the first thing you would do is create a profile. I believe I already have a profile in here. So let me see if I just click on intake, what happened. Yep, I'm already in here. Okay, so what you'll do, this is a very fast way to start finding the food, and you can totally do this. So let me just see, it has the date here. I'm going to pretend like, let's say I started my analysis on Friday, it's recommended to do 1 weekend day and 2 weekdays, just because typically we tend to eat differently on the weekend than we do during the week. However, I'm not going to be crazy about it, and as long as you have 3 days that you're analyzing, that's all we need. If you wanted to do a whole week, that's even better. If you started this last week, because I know some of you have started it already, that's even better and more accurate. But just for right now, I'm going to click on the 13th. Okay, and let's say I start inputting what I have for breakfast. So I'm just going to put eggs. You'll notice that all these different options come up. So what I want you to do here is I want you to make sure to pick something that is the closest to whatever you took. Some of the foods that you will input in here may not show up at all, especially if you had like some sort of ethnic food. And what I want you to do in that case, let me give an example. So I'll just say like I did scrambled eggs. I'll add that to my thing. It's really cool. It shows you, what the typical serving size is. And the breakdown of that for that particular thing. I'm going to put add, and I had it for breakfast, and let's say I had half a cup. That's the typical serving size. If you had like 2 servings, then you can put in, 1 cup. And then you save changes, and it will go into your list here, down here. You keep doing that for the 3 days. I'm going to give you an example of how to search a certain food. So say I made a turkey sandwich at home and I just put in turkey sandwich, okay? And I'm going to show you what happens here. There is a list of a bunch of different turkey sandwiches. They have like Subway, they have Arby's. So if you had it from a particular restaurant, that's helpful. However, if you made it at home and you know all the specific ingredients, it's even better if you go in and rather than type in turkey sandwich, type in whole wheat bread, and then go that way and do each individual ingredient, and then type in, turkey, and then lettuce and tomato, etc. That's going to be more accurate than if you just did a quick search and just picked like a random turkey sandwich. So anyway, hopefully that is helpful for doing the searching of the ingredients. Let me go back to our class. So the other thing that I wanted to show you is on the assignment directions. You'll notice that it tells you to do, once you input all the things, you're going to be doing a worksheet. So let me go back to where we're supposed to go here. And on the worksheet, you're going to be inputting, it says here right in the instructions, everything that you found when you did your analysis. So after you enter the 3 days, you're going to be printing out some worksheets. It tells you specifically the reports that I want you to print or reference, and then you'll go down to this worksheet, enter in all the information from those analyses, and enter in all the details. Please make sure, sometimes people skip over these little boxes for whatever reason, but please make sure you do not, and you input all that information. So you're going to put in your intake for saturated fat in terms of grams. You're going to put in your DRI, whether it's greater than or equal to or less than your goal, so you can see where you stand with that. You're basically doing a summary of your analysis here on this worksheet. This is going to be very helpful for you. When you get to the end, it's basically asking specific food choices you can make to do differently to help meet your daily food groups. Okay, that's a quick and easy thing. The very important thing at the end is you're going to be creating a final reflection piece. So let me go back up to the instructions here. So for this, there's 2 different options. You can either create an electronic presentation like a PowerPoint or a Prezi. I have here to do at least 10 to 12 slides. And if you're feeling creative and you want to do bullet points, that's totally fine. Or if you just want to type out a 2 to 3 page report and include all the information, that's fine too. So as long as you're including all this information, that is what I'm really looking for. So what specific changes could you and would you make to your diet for improvement based on this analysis? Please give specific food examples or food swaps. So for example, like how would you do it? So if you're not eating breakfast currently, I realize I'm not eating breakfast currently and I want to start including fruit smoothies into my diet to get more vitamin C and fiber, things like that, and give examples of what would be in the smoothies. You don't have to do that, but that's just one example. Why is it important for you to make these changes? So I want you to look at your family history of specific diseases, any nutrient deficiencies that might happen from nutrients you're not getting. I did have a student once that went into a full explanation of why He wanted to look good naked for his girlfriend. So you guys can do whatever you want for this. It's really what is important to you. And then, do you think these changes are sustainable? Could you keep them up for a long period of time? So think about that. What changes are you saying that you want to make, and are they sustainable? Did you feel this this analysis was accurate? Why or why not? So explain that. And then the last thing that's really important is to include a brief dedication for whom you'd like to make these changes. So the reason I have you guys do that is because research has found that when you make a dedication in an assignment like this, it's a very personalized assignment, you're more apt to truly make these changes in your real life than just do it for an assignment. So anyway, that's it. So when you go ahead and turn in and submit the information, there's going to be three main things. There's going to be the food log, the worksheet, and then also the final reflection piece. Okay, if you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, please send me an email and I'd be happy to help you out. Otherwise, good luck and have fun. This is a really cool assignment. It's worth 30 points, so please make sure you do it. Very, very important that you do it. Okay, thanks guys.